Yes.
Should I wait or I can start?
No, you start. Just remember, we have 15 minutes from when you start. So thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you for being here, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this conference. My name is Edyta Wolny-Abouelwafa. I am from Poland, originally from Poland, but I am working at Prince Mohammad bin Fahd University in Saudi Arabia in AL-KABīR. Today, I would like to tell you very generally, because 15 minutes for this topic, I think it's much less, about one very, very popular satiric Egyptian Ramadan series. Before I will enter the series itself, it's very important to mention that in Arab world, especially in Egypt, because Egypt is kind of middle, the most important country in terms of pop culture and television in the Middle East. So we have, of course, as I call it, normal series and Ramadan series. Normal series are we are able to watch them at any time a year, the same like American, Polish, Canadian, etc. But Ramadan TV series are very special because they are created just for 1 month. And what is the most funny, of course, Ramadan is changing a little bit the days from year to year because the calendar is lunar, Islamic calendar is lunar, but normally the month would be around 29, 30 days. So our Ramadan series normally would have 29 or 30 episodes. This year, because we are very close after the Ramadan finished, it was interesting because a lot of series had only 15 episodes, but most of them still were keeping the same typical rule. So Ramadan TV series has the same number of episodes as days in the month. What is also very important when we are talking about the Ramadan TV series is to understand that actually producers, actors, everybody who is involved in creating this series, they are working 11 months just for 1 month. And this is do or die for the series or generally television life. So that is why it's important to look to have a look on Ramadan TV series in general. And I would like to concentrate today on a series which is called AL-KABīR. And why do I find it important? Because of 2 reasons. First of all, or maybe 3 reasons. First of all, it's Ramadan series, as we said, generally. Second of all, it has 8 seasons. So we have to remember that this each season is coming from Ramadan. So imagine that the first season was aired in 2012, and this year in Ramadan we had 8th season because there was some break for a few years. So it's important because it is a very, very popular series. So a lot of people watch it. We have until now 8th edition, and I am quite sure that we'll have 9th, maybe also 10th. And what is also very important is the first thing, it brings between lines, sometimes direct, sometimes less direct, a lot of important topics for Egyptian society. So please let me tell you very general about the plot, and then I will mention these topics because these topics are the most important part of my speech today. But let's start from the beginning. So how the story started. We have here the photo of actor Ahmed Mekki. What is funny, actor Ahmed Mekki plays in this series role of father, main son, second son, American, third son, fourth son, and fifth son. So the fourth son, sorry, and grandfather when they come to back. So one actor changes. You have here the three photos. This is the same actor, but here we have AL-KABīR, so typical South Egyptian man, American Johnny, and Hazal So there are three main characters. There is also a Naim, the fourth brother, who is black, but he just was in a few episodes and they almost forgot about him. So the father, when he is very close to die, he calls his son AL-KABīR and says to him that despite of what he was thinking all his life, he's not the only child. He has a brother, Johnny, and his mother was American, not as he thought. So the son is, of course, in shock. What is more, I'm sorry, what is more, he informs the son that he contacted Johnny by SMS and Facebook to come and take his part of heritage. And the first episode finishes with the, of course, death of the father, and it comes to the situation that two worlds clashes. So America and typical, very traditional Egypt. Here we have Johnny, so American, who is coming to Al-Mazarita with his friends. As you see, this girl, Ashley, she's with two boys. She is with her brother and with Johnny. But look at her clothes. Her clothes are very open and very modern for the south of Egypt. We have to understand also that Egyptians like some stereotypes, and according to stereotypes, the south of Egypt is very traditional. Sometimes, I don't want to say this word, but please forgive me, sometimes a little bit close-minded. But Cairo, Alexandria, there are so international cities, etc. So here, especially when Ashley is coming in these clothes, she looks totally different than other ladies, because other ladies are all in black. First two seasons, first two seasons are mainly concentrated on cultural differences. So we have these Americans coming to village. Of course, they are all talking in Arabic and different dialects, different Egyptian dialects. But of course, for all Egyptians to understand the series, we had to have them talking in Arabic, not in English. So mainly first two seasons are connected with cultural differences. And in my personal opinion, I truly believe that there was an idea at the beginning to create two seasons. After these two seasons, we see that the plot is going a little bit different way. There are the same general ideas, but in my opinion, it was at the beginning, the series talking about the cultural differences. So what are these differences which we can see? Elections. Johnny wants to have elections to know who will be the next governor of this village. This is the thing which scares his older brother, because how come? He was always in power, he had guns, he had security. So if somebody in the village would just try to say something opposite what he wants, he will simply use force. But Johnny is bringing American ideas. Here we have also the topic of the second wife. Internet cafe. It is also interesting because, of course, nowadays everybody has internet and phones. We don't need internet cafes. But in 2012, they proposed in the series that the internet cafe, as something new, will start in Mazarita. So even if it's something new, if it's something what Americans brought, anyhow, it will have hours only for families, only for women, and only for men. So we see that there are differences, but in the end, all of them can work together, can find some way in the middle. Valentine's Day. So this is also very interesting and funny part. I will talk about this after a few minutes. They also created Mazarita nightclub. but they didn't think that if they create nightclub, of course, Americans, nightclub in the village, simply people who are working on field in the morning will not be able to go to work. And Johnny's love, the American one time saw a girl, and he said to his sister-in-law that he felt in love. She immediately said, okay, we will go to arrange the marriage. She said, hey, hello. She just felt in love. I want to walk with her. I want to hug her hand. She said, no, here we cannot do like this. You even shouldn't see her. So again, we have a lot of differences. Also, when Johnny's mother is arriving, she wear the same as Ashley. So very naked clothes comparing with Egyptians. Also, we have a lot of funny situations and a lot of problems which happen because, for example, when AL-KABīR's mom is coming to Al-Mazarita for saying hello, she's kissing every man. This is the behavior not acceptable in south of Egypt. How come a woman will kiss man who is not her father, son, or brother, husband? Here we have the photo, which I wanted to show you, like typical South Egyptian clothes, Jalabia, and Ashley and her European American clothes. And it was the shop because of the Valentine's Day. At the beginning, nobody in Mazarita understood what Valentine's Day mean. But in the end, again, as I told you, we have clash of cultures, but later in the end of every topic, there's both cultures find some common things, find some ways how they can deal with this new American stuff. And here, my favorite part. So typical Egyptian, South Egyptian couple, and man bought for his wife because of Valentine's and the occasion of Valentine's Day, the donkey. But the donkey is having the decorations of Valentine's. So we have something, let's say, American, something what is coming from outside, and our tradition. As I said, from third season, we have the way of preparing the series, of presenting it, it's quite different. It is more connected just with being funny. Some topics are honestly just, I don't want to use the word stupid because I shouldn't, but they don't send any message. Oh, I will say like this, a little bit more nice way. But also what is important, from the third season, we see that the producers of the series understood that so many people watch it, so many people they can influence, that they add some other social topics. So we go out a little bit from this clash of cultures. But for example, we have a situation of women in south of Egypt and Cairo. Cairo is open one. Egyptian ladies also will wear different, will behave different. Holidays of Egyptian Porto Sokhna. So there are also the way show it is the stereotypical way how Egyptians see other Egyptians visiting hotels. Child bullying at the school. This is the topic which was very, very important in the media in Egypt. And it was a lot of important people like president, minister, etc. discussing about this because a lot of children were getting bullied at the school. So here we have this topic and we have explanation that this is not good, why it's not good, what the child should think. Internet addiction. Again, next topic, which is, I think, good for all of us. But here it shows what the addiction of internet can lead to. Also, social media, so popular all over the world. So positive and negative aspects. They also mention women's rights. So they show in the series that ladies, even if they are all in black, even if they are mainly at home, it doesn't mean that they have no rights. They have rights, and men need them because they are important part of the family. So even if man is working outside, lady is working inside the home. And the topic from the 7th season, problems at AL-KABīR's marriage. Here we have very important, again, topic for Egypt itself. Egypt has a very high rate of divorces. It's also the issue which was raised a lot of times in the Egyptian media. So here we see that, okay, they have some problems, so it's common for Egyptians, but we don't have to divorce immediately. Johnny, so again, somebody from outside, advising them the therapy. We have to remember that in Egyptian society, still it's not so much popular. It's kind of the taboo to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. That's why it's important to show that AL-KABīR is going to therapy. It's nothing wrong with it. It's normal. It can help. So because it's already 15 minutes, so I cannot and I don't want to take a longer time. But I just want to say that I could only present it in detail, but this series in all these 8 seasons, except of great fun for Egyptians, really mention a lot of important topics, especially for Egypt. When we are talking about the cultural differences, we have to remember that such AL-KABīR and Johnny meet actually every day in Hurghada, in Sharm el-Sheikh, in Marsa Alam, so in the touristic places. So the topics which were here are really common for Egyptians. But here we have some kind of solutions, how we can deal with these differences. And again, next seasons are simply connected with, as I call it, social topics or Egyptian problems. So how we can deal with these problems inside our country. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, of course, I will be happy to answer. Or if you would like to contact me by mail, because for sure there's a lot of things which I was not able to explain at this time, I will be also more than happy. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Do we have any questions from the team of observers here? Yes.
Is it Edyta?
Edyta, yeah.
Edyta. Okay. Who produces this series? Is it the government or a separate production company? Who puts it together? I mean, who organizes it and pays for it? And
actually, it's a very good question and very important. Thank you for it. So generally, in Arab world, even if producers are not connected with government, definitely they will not produce something what is against the line of the governments in any Arabic country, more or less. So here, by the way, we have one very popular producent company. But this, as I remember, I was checking that the main producer or the owner of this, not owner of this this company, sorry, he was earlier in army, I think. So he was definitely connected with this apparatus of power. But even if it would be some randomly taken production office, anyhow, there's no option for them to do something against. So there we will not have topics, for example, against the government. And if they will add topics which are important for government, as we have here, for example, addictions, bullying in the school, therapies, it will just give them, you know, points for next productions which they will create.
Thank you.